This short video on the supine temperament introduces the general characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses of this servant's heart. Welcome to our ongoing teaching series on the 5 temperaments of the Arno profile system. Today we're going to talk about the supine temperament. The Arno profile system, by way of introduction, is a clinical diagnostic tool developed by Drs. Richard and Phyllis Arno of the National Christian Counselors Association. It's used extensively worldwide by counselors. It's not a personality test. It shows you your God-given makeup or your temperament. And basically, it looks at our needs in 3 different areas. One is our need for inclusion. Are we social beings? Are we more loners? The second area it looks at is our need to be in control in relationships. Are we much more want to be in charge, or are we much more dependent on other people? And how do we work in terms of establishing relationships? And the third area looks at our need for love and affection and our need to maintain and establish deep personal relationships. This system, the APS or Arno profile system, measures the inborn temperament of a person, not the personality, which is more of a mask that we can put on. And what's the benefit? It's useful in counseling situations to help alert us to our tendencies and our strengths and our weaknesses. Because we use the strengths to bless others, the areas of weakness, we can say, well, Lord, help me, change me, transform me in that area. Very important. Our profile is not an excuse for sin or bad behavior. Just can't say, gee, that's just how God made me. There are no better or worse temperaments, just different. And depending on the strengths and weaknesses and the needs in each area, we relate to people differently. And the idea is that the needs that we have must be met in godly ways. If not, problems and sinful behaviors are going to result. Here are the 5 temperament types that are part of the system. Other videos talk about these other temperament types. Today we're looking at the one in the top left-hand corner, which is the supine temperament. And here are the general, if you like, characteristics generally applied to each of these, and you can see what they are there. And the supine temperament specifically is characterized by a very gentle spirit with a lot of indirect behaviors, and we're going to talk about that in a little more depth now. The key temperament traits of the supine are very much that they really have servant hearts. The supines in each area love to serve, and it's probably important to emphasize that a person can be supine in inclusion, control, or in affection, one area or 2 or 3, or in all areas. So that's why this model breaks these things down for us. But the general characteristics of a supine is that their servants have a lot of indirect behaviors. They expect people to read their minds. They say, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should know, and tend to respond to situations rather than initiate. They're very low-key people typically, very easygoing, and this is important. The anger that they have, the way it manifests in their life, typically is masked as hurt feelings. You'll rarely see them explode, but they will express that they have hurt feelings, and that's an indication of anger. What are the strengths of the supine temperament? Generally, a great capacity to serve. They love to serve. They love to help other people get things done. Generally like people, very gentle behaviors, gentle spirits, very dependable. Will tend to follow the rules and make sure that things that they get things done. And as far as in emotionally, they are very, once they know they're safe, they're very able and well able to open up with people. It's just getting to that point of feeling safe. And if they're treated properly, they're extremely committed and extremely loyal. Okay, what are some of the weaknesses with this temperament where the Lord really needs to change and transform? Typically, they need help in expressing what they need or what their wants are. As they say, they generally expect people to read their minds, and so aren't really very good many times at verbalizing what their needs are. Tend to have a very high fear of rejection, which makes them prone in certain social situations to perceiving that they're being rejected. Tend to be dependent. They need help many times in getting things done or making decisions, and can get to the point of feeling overwhelmed or feeling powerless in situations. They tend to be responders, which means they typically don't initiate requests and needs for love and affection. They expect others to do that, and they will respond as it's shown to them. And once again, because of their dependency, if you like, and not saying what they need, they need a very constant reassurance that they're being loved and appreciated. We encourage everyone, every believer should have their temperament done. It's just a wonderful tool to help you understand yourself and the loved ones in your life. You can Google it, the temperaments, Google Supine, visit our website for more information. We have videos on there, of course on YouTube as well, and Insight. And I encourage you to get your profile done. Find a counselor, a Christian counselor that does these Arno profile systems. We do them to our clients. We do them over the internet as well, worldwide. It involves a counseling session, and you get your own personal profile report. We hope that was an interesting overview for you. Once again, please visit our website if you have more questions or if we can be of help. Thank you for watching.